For this project, we're turning our names into graffiti tag letters. Start by writing your name in all caps at the top. Then I want you to sketch out 3 different ideas. You can come up with different ways to make letters just by thinking of different ways to make lines or shapes around your letters. For this first one, I'm just using zigzag lines. So I'm just doing a zigzag line around each of my letters. Then erase that original writing of letters from the inside of your new graffiti fun letters. Then for your next sketch, again, write your letters out just regular and then come up with a different way. Now I'm thinking about just using blocks, so I am just making big blocks around my letters, big parallel lines around my letters. And if you have an inside part, do the inside part for also, and then erase that original drawing of your letters. For this next one, I'm going to do triangle shapes, and I'm going to make big triangles around my letters and see how that looks. And then erase the middle part. Sketch it out. I'm sketching out just a little bit different. That H was too small for me, so I'm trying it again bigger in a different way. Remember, a sketch is a place for you to make mistakes and try and experiment with new ideas and things. For my last one, I'm doing these wavy lines all the way around. Wavy lines all around my letters. And erase the middle part. Then pick one you like, and you can go over it with black marker just to see how it looks. Or you can go over all of them with black marker so that you can pick the one you like that will look good outlined in black marker. Alright, now that we have our sketches, you pick one sketch and you put it on your final piece of paper. Now my final piece of paper, I'm going to use the triangle one, and you really want to fill that whole piece of paper up with your lettering. And you also want to squish those letters together so that they're overlapping each other and they all become one big thing. So here I'm just going to do this, and I'm actually leaving that there so it looks like the T is cutting in, or the E is cutting into the T. Filling that whole space with my triangle letters. Then you're going to color it in with colored pencils. You're going to use little designs, and you're going to pick one design theme to color in for all of your letters. I'm doing fire because I'm fired up about art. And so I'm going to use my flames. I'm sketching in with a regular pencil first and then erasing it. That way the regular pencil won't show up when I use my color pencil, but I can still use those erased pencil marks as guidelines. And when you color in really, really hard, because the color pencil will act as a resist to our next material. And you really want to color this in hard. If you get little dust, don't brush it away, tap it away, because you don't want that dust to smear color everywhere. And then just continue to color in every single letter. You want one of your little symbols. And again, I outline it in pencil first and erase, and then use those erased pencil marks as my guidelines for my colored pencil. And just continue, I'm just going to continue to color in nice and hard. I'm going to use lots of colors so that they all blend together and look more dimensional. So the more colors you use, the cooler it's going to look. Now you don't want to fill your whole letter up with these symbols, just bits and parts of it. And I'm just going to color in every single one of these. Alright, now that I'm all done with that, it's time to get my next materials. Now what I'm going to do to give it that spray painted 3D effect is I'm actually going to take a marker. I'm going to take the fat tip of the marker and I'm going to outline my letters just with a nice fat outline, and avoiding where I've used my colored pencil, so color in more carefully there. Going all around, basically wherever there was a pencil line, you want to color over it on all of the letters. And if you do accidentally draw on your colored pencil, you can just wipe it away with your finger or with a damp paper towel or a damp tissue, and it just wipes away. Then you're going to get a cup of water and a nice big brush, and you're going to, just with nice clean water, paint a wet line along the side of the marker where you want it to come out. And see how that water is drawing out the ink? And it's giving that sort of spray painted, shaded look with a nice dark outline, and it will fade into the middle. And you go around, and you want to make sure you stay on the inside of the letters with your water, because wherever the water is where that ink is going to smear out to. And you go over that twice. After the markers are dry, you could go over it again with the tip of your marker to clean up any edges where the water has smeared it beyond where you want it. And you could also use your colored pencil to clean up any edges as well. Like right here, it didn't line up with my marker, so I just draw a red line there and it's all lined up. Then we're going to use our next material, and the next material we're going to use is chalk pastel, which you rub on your finger. And you use your finger and you just push it away from the letter edge to the edge of the paper. And you just give it that kapow to emphasize your letter and fill your background. And that way it still really shows your letter off and gives you a nice background that emphasizes the foreground, the main part of your art. And then you're all done. And there it is.